Welcome back to the Tidarium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the pre-orders go up today. And I'll tell you when, 8 a.m. Eastern, so that's probably like 10 here. But the price is my concern. I have been in full support of masks coming back. Love the idea of loyal subjects getting it, they get a shot at this. And the pricing is going to get me. I was originally going to be in on this for 3 of everything. Out the gate, all through this, 3 of everything. If they go on clearance down the road, buy more. But with the price that they came out with, I actually decided I was going to go to 1 of everything. And now, I'm only buying 2, maybe 3 things with the new price increase. And we'll talk about this. We'll go through each one, talk about the prices, and then I do have kind of a loyal subjects roundup. I have an association with what we see at retail with Nacelle, and then a couple other things you might want to think about coming up. We are going to start at the bottom. We're going to work our way up. Okay, so we are starting at the bottom. Now we're here at the bottom, and we are going to talk about Condor. Now, Condor is the only box I don't have. The only box I passed on buying vintage-wise, and that's because I knew it was coming with this, with the Loyal Subjects rollout in a modernized version, and I kind of don't really care to spend the money to get a nice one. And I really am excited about the box art. But as we go through, I'll talk about box art. And it does actually sway my decision as a collector that has 6 of all of these. So let's get that out there right now. Don't just have 1. I got 6 of all of these. There's a lot of reasons why I'm not going to get into that in this video. But it originally was supposed to cost $30. Now it's going to be $35. But my expectation was 20. I was thinking 20. And when we get through all the prices, I'll go through the explanation again of why I believed the prices would have been a lot lower, and then what I think will happen when these things hit retail. But they will be showing up at other places. Now, I don't know if they'll be in Walmart or not, but I'm assuming eventually they will. But with that, $35 is a big ask. Now, there are some mechanisms in here, and those mechanisms look great. The whole way it works and everything they're putting into it looks amazing. They are going to include things like the extra mask, the blast effects. You're going to see the effect on the mask, which I hope is removable, but it's looking like it's not. But there's stuff in the box, but guess what? I probably won't be opening. For the price that it is now, I was going to buy 3, 1 to open, 1 to keep sealed in a spare, and then buy more when they went on clearance. But now at this price point, just buying the 1. And I'm going to gamble on a clearance to open them down the road. You know, it's not like I'm getting this stuff sent to me for free to review, and I'm not going to spend $35 open it when I want a sealed one. So that's that. I've got the vintage one, several, and I want the box. That's really all I want out of this, but it's nice they got everything in the box. Before we go any further, I do want to showcase this. I want to show this price update, pricing structure, so that you can see that I'm not making this up. This was Toy News International. JC, you know, he's on top of all the stuff. And with that, let's move on to Thunderhawk, and I'll give you my thoughts on the $60 Thunderhawk. I have 6 Thunderhawks. I have boxes. I've got ramen toy version that looks very similar to this. And with that, it's one of those things that I still want it. I'm still going to be in on the Thunderhawk. So the 2 lowest price ones I'm for sure in on, even though $60 I think is too much. Now, I also think that if it hits Walmart or other online retailers, they might be cheaper than BBTS. BBTS, having it first, is charging a premium price, possibly. It could possibly be BBTS, could possibly be Loyal Subjects. But they're blaming tariffs, of course, even though the giant dark cloud of tariffs kind of rolled over. And yeah, maybe some people are still needing to charge $1 or $2 more an item to maximize profits, but we've seen companies way smaller than this, like Valaverse, that are able to not raise prices at all whatsoever on anything at all and take $11,000 tariff hit. So, tariff's not a good excuse at this point. That's all I got to say. So with that, I'm down to just 2 for sure that I'm going to pre-order. And if I miss out on them, my heart's not broken because they're too much. The price is too high. Way too high. In the case of the first 2, not way too high, a tad bit too high. But with that, they're including a few extra things. No vac metal in this. No chrome, vac metal, none of the electroplating, none of that stuff is happening on this release. Hope I edited out the background noise there. It makes so many people angry when there's background noise in a video. But anyhow, so this, it's a good looking set. They're adding a few things. I don't have the pictures handy, but there's going to be a mine launcher on it, and you get the extra masks, and it's going to be solid. Hopefully the wings, the spring mechanism's solid. That gets into another point. We are pre-ordering this tomorrow on the 1st. Or as you watch this video today, it's going to be today, the 1st. I'm filming it, of course, the day before. It's not magic to make videos. It's not magic. But I've got to say this. We do not see a working prototype. We don't see a test shot. We are, I guess, doing what we do with Super 7. So let's compare this to Super 7. We just see, it's fun to see a nice render, place a pre-order. Colors don't match. We don't know the quality, construction, all that kind of stuff. So it's another thing that I'll roll with the 2 lowest price ones and take my lumps if they're not great. But I want to support this. I mean, with every ounce of my being, I want to support this. And this is as much support as I can guarantee right now. And so with that, it's good. Thunderhawk, I mean, to get a boxed one's like $200. Usually sealed one would be like $600 or $700. So yeah, I like the box. Get the box. Pretty excited for it, but not going to open it because don't know the second one yet. Now we're entering into pass range. Now I personally thought this would be a $50 price point. And they said, well, no, it's going to be the $75 price point. Now it's going to be a $90 price point. And the fact that somehow they can't put on it Switchblade. There's no explanation, actually. They did not explain why. We all just are guessing, bouncing ideas off each other. The reality is nobody's told us. We don't know the truth. And so I'm just saying there's no Switchblade on the box. And I was just going to have this as my vintage box. I got a vintage 1 box now. I got 6 of these. I don't need to buy this and it not say the Switchblade on it. And somebody did point out that it does say some of these terminology where they got it from, it was listed as in the small writing on the box that nobody ever sees. But anyhow, it's a good looking box, good looking set. Let's see what it looks like out of the box, and you get all this stuff. Plus, you're going to be getting a launching missile. You're going to have a fire effect to connect to it, so it looks like it matches the artwork on the box. The figures are updated and upgraded and look better. I mean, it's good-looking stuff, but I'm not paying $90 for this. That's almost $100. I mean, if you didn't notice that already, it's going from $75, which is already pretty hefty for what you're getting here, to $100. You can get a vintage loose one for that, $100. Usually. But here's the thing. What if BBTS sells out? I pass on this. BBTS sells out. Reviews come out and it's ultra amazing. I have both and this is 7,000 times better than the original. I just don't see it being that much better than what I've got on my shelf right now. I don't. The figure itself, though, looks good, but I do believe they'll put figure packs out. If they don't, they're literally leaving most of the money on the table. They are leaving most of the profit on the table by not putting figure packs out. Now we get to the mobile defense unit. Again, I have 6 of them. I only have 1 box, and I don't have styrofoam. We don't know if it's going to have styrofoam, so the assumption would be no. It's just going to have cardboard in there. Boring. But if you're pricing this at a premium collector grade pricing, shouldn't it have collector grade packing materials like styrofoam, or even that foam? It's not styrofoam, but it is foam. Something, but no, it's going to have cardboard, I bet. I'm guessing. Of course, we don't know, because this is still just a render. Everything's a render. I render this to be too expensive for me. So I thought this would be about $60 or $70. And then they came out and said, nope, this is going to be $100. Now, due to quote-unquote tariffs, it is going to be $125, which I mean, it is what it is, but I'm not going to pre-order this. I'm not in on it. I was sort of excited for it, but I mean, there's just not enough new there. Plus, I hope for figure packs, and it's like, oh well, if you don't want to spend $125 to get $12 worth of figures, then screw you. Is I guess what's going to happen if they don't put figure packs out. But I mean, I want to support this. I want to heavily support this, but it gets harder as the price point increases. Here we go with what you get in the box. No chrome, no vac metal, and should have all the functions, features, plus more functions and features, and a working winch, is because it's every man's dream to have a working winch at home there. So this is actually a good set. It looks great, but is it that much greater than the vintage ones I have on my shelf? And if you have one vintage one complete, I could see like the struggle. When you have several like I do, it's like, why? I'm looking forward to what they're going to do after this, though, so I want to support it, but we'll get into the next one. Now, the SDCC version, which defies all laws of gravity and centrifugal force, to put an SDCC out before SDCC and not even at SDCC, it's weird, but whatever. Okay, it is what it is. The only real difference in this is the chrome. It's going to get vac metallized chrome. It's going to get a white missile. You don't really see it from the box, so let's talk about it a little bit more. Looking at something here, this picture here that they've got more updated pictures, and with that, I might be in on this, but it's the rumor on this was 150 originally. Now the 175 price point. This is not a good value at all. At the highest, the figure packs would be $20 at the most. So $40 worth of figures. Okay. And then a $100 Rhino, which is, it's not, to me, I thought it was worth 70. So you can go get a vintage one for, 100, 150 or something like that. And so they're pricing this pretty much at vintage pricing, which is astronomical. And that makes me wonder, so are they only going to make like 10,000? Are they not going to produce 80,000, 90,000? Like, are they not going to produce enough to put it out at a decent price point? And it's kind of strange. I know all of this is a risk that Loyal Subjects is taking, but I'm on the fence on this. I probably will. This of everything will probably sell out, even though it's the most expensive. Most ridiculously overpriced. Alright, now to talk about why I was on board with Loyal Subjects. The best AXN line was a line of turtles. Now this is a set of, I guess these were exclusives to somewhere, GameStop or something. You can find this set of all four of these turtles for $44.95 or something like that on eBay. The whole set. But originally I was buying these turtles up, the original ones that came out, were a little bit way too pale. I like this coloration better. And I was buying them up for $17.99 because I thought, well, that's way better than NECA $52 for a 2-pack, which was kind of like $26, $27. So, yeah, this is a much better price point. They look okay. They're almost tall. And then, it's like the coloration is not as good. The quality is nowhere near on point with even NECA. So, and Super 7. But it's not that they're breaking or bad quality. They just feel cheap. They just feel cheap. You get a cheap figure, they feel cheap. But you know what? You pay a low price and it feels cheap, it's okay. If you pay a high price, like with the mask, and it does feel cheap, that's not going to be okay. Next up, I remember getting excited about the Biker Mice. It's like I was one of 8 people in the world, and we were all high-fiving each other about this. It's just a joke, because there's really 12. And I bought them, I pre-ordered them for BBTS for what the original price, $36.99 or whatever that was, $39.99, whatever. And I pre-ordered them, got them in, excited as heck. Started seeing them showing up on eBay for like $25, and I was like, how are they so cheap? And I ended up getting like one extra figure for like $25, and then Walmart got them for $30. Now Walmart's got them down to $21.99. So kind of the outlet that I was buying Best AXN Loyal Subjects TMNT at Walmart, these are at Walmart, and they're significantly cheaper. So same thing as with the bikes came out. The bikes are they're way bigger, a lot more going on than Condor. They came out for $30 at Walmart, but they were originally priced $46 at BBTS. So I kind of think we pay like an overpaid tax, an online tax at BBTS. If it gets into Walmart, they negotiate the price down, and I don't know if loyal subjects will get them into Walmart. They might not, but I'm just saying this happened here, with the nacelle biker mice, and also with the nacelle sectars. So I paid the $40 for just Stellara. I said I've already got Dargon, so I don't really need him. I've got a need for the Stellara that was never released back in the day, and then I paid my $40 for her. Then she started showing up along with these other two at Walmart with a Walmart exclusive. These got clearance like $15, so I got a set of them for $15. It's nice, and I gotta say they're not bad figures. They're nice. The whole knife fighting Dargon's all wrong. You don't have the Parafly. You don't have any of the bugs. They did this all wrong. But the point is that this stuff that I bought at BBTS thinking I'll have no other avenue to get it showed up at Walmart, and eventually was $15. And then there's this. So this is a whole other angle, completely unrelated to nacelle, completely unrelated to what's going on with the mask stuff. But it is a thing that happened. So I did pre-order Wave 2 from BBTS. I pre-ordered Wave 1 from BBTS, and those ended up at Ollie's for $10. I can go get a whole set of Wave 1 for $10 each at Ollie's right now. And right now they're 15% off everything at Ollie's if you're one of the member, the Army member, whatever. And you can get them for $8.50. I got these, and then Target had them on clearance. I got another set. And so I paid $25 each for the original set, got another set. I thought about getting a couple other sets so I could trade or whatever, but at the end of the day, I got my other set. I got it sealed, I got it loose. I know it's all good. There's no swapping in it. You're not going to be able to see the figure ever in your sealed one, but then I've noticed something else. These things are skyrocketing in price for a lot of reasons, but I think the biggest reason is that Super 7 is hinting that they're not going to finish their line, so this might be the only chance we'll ever get in our lifetime to get the Dungeons and Dragons figures. So that's a shocker. And for a brief moment in time in 2023 is when I bought these, but for a brief moment in time, we were able to get them for $8.74 to $12.49 for the Wave 2s. These have skyrocketed on the secondary market. And I'm going to put a code, oddly enough, today in Mask, I'm going to put a code for Amazon that you can get the Eric and the Presto for like 36 or something. 26, 36. Still not horrible. I think it's going to get way, way worse price-wise. Sheila's already astronomical. So I got to say, I'm not in on the HasLab. The HasLab for G.I. Joe with the Snowcat, I'm not going to be in on it. I'm not going to be triple down on this. And even with my grocery prices have fallen, my gas prices have fallen, I've got other things cheaper in life. There's other things that are more expensive in life, and I'm not going to allocate it. I think they should have priced this right to start. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you pre-ordering everything no matter the price? Are you going to be like me and get the cheaper ones and pick and choose the ones you want that mean the most to you? Are you one that's also like me that has it all and is like, why am I going to be in on this wave? I want to support the line. I want it to have legs and go further, but I don't want to go broke at the same time. Like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments. Tajarium Hanger out.